ball.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. What I use in a battle for the
2K Sports pregame show.
Here we are with Kenny the Jet Smith and the Big Diesel, Shaquille O'Neal, Ernie Johnson. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. The action tonight will be happening out in Los Angeles, where the Clippers will be going up against the Chicago Bulls. Chicago is one of the teams right now playing very consistently. They must be satisfied with the way things have gone for them over the first few months. They've played with confidence and composure and have won more than their share of games. Well, I think many expected this considering how he's been playing, but the league just announced DJ as the player of the month. What a month this guy has had.
Yo, he was so locked in. I mean, he was the best player every time on the court, regardless of who was out there. Just an all-around fantastic month for a fantastic kid, and this guy I'm a big fan of.
You know, there might have been other guys you could put in the conversation, but nobody can deny that DJ was it.
Without question.
Kenny, I agree. He was the man.
Now let's send it down to Kevin Harlan. It's almost tip-off time. Thanks for joining us.
Is yours, is mine. Hey, look at the time. My God. So precious. Is yours, is mine.
Two teams, two conferences. It's a road game for the Bulls in this one. Thanks for joining us on this. Saturday afternoon, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. Our broadcast team tonight, on one side, Greg Anthony. On the other side, Steve Smith. And on the sideline, David Aldridge. I'm Kevin Harlan. You take a look at Los Angeles. Well, they come into every game with confidence, and this game is no different. Two elite teams put each other to the test, certainly, every time they meet. A lot on the line in this one, though.
And right now for the Clippers, the step forward they've taken this season has been a giant.
Now let's send it down to David Aldridge.
Well, guys,
interesting strategy, DA. Thank you. Jordan shoots a high percentage from the field. You can't fault him for using that logic. And the All-Star game and the fanfare coming up upon us. You've seen so many of them, Steve. Any All-Star game stick out to you as your favorite?
I think the Vince Carter show he put on in Oakland, that definitely stands out because I thought I had seen it all, Kevin, until some of those dunks Vince was doing.
Amazing.
So I would think that one for sure stuck out for me.
Boys, nice nine.
It'll be Los Angeles off the tip. Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. Markkanen and Lopez are together down low. EJ out there with Levine, and it's Valentine in at the small forward position. Great open look there.
No hesitation from Blake on that catch-and-shoot jumper.
On defense, the Clippers. They're moving on after the tough loss they took at the hands of the Blazers.
And despite the outcome, I think they'll feel a little better about that game. There are a lot of positives that they can take away from that performance.
Hey, at times you have games like that, but it's all about taking those good things and doing them consistently for an entire game.
From deep, Gallinari nailed from three-point land. Gallinari's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Here's TJ. Outside, Levine. Brown outside. Markkanen sets the pick for Brown. 6 to shoot.
And that's a quick foul for him there. Looks like the refs are going to call this one pretty close.
And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Levine with it. Williams picks him up. There's Brown with the three. Wow, drew the contact, and that three almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. Williams kicks to Jordan. Outside Williams. Jordan up top. Shot clock at 5. Beverly wide open. Off target from outside.
Not a big threat from out there. You see why the defense backed off a little.
Wasted no time on that one.
That's nice patience by Zach LaVine, finding the open man, not trying to do it all himself.
To the left side wing. Here's Griffin. Almost, but it rolls out.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Valentine kicks to Levine. And some nice ball movement here by Chicago. EJ passes to Levine and out of bounds as the Clippers gain possession.
Looking here at some numbers for Brown. Unbelievable play for him over the last month. Averaging 33 points, 14 assists, and 6 rebounds. So much of what this team does revolves around his offense.
He stacks up points. Reason why? Because that's his mindset. He wants to carry the load and clearly is successful at it.
Picked by Griffin. From deep, Gallinari. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Williams. 6 points for Gallinari.
A consistent shooter. Gallinari can light the tree from deep.
Dishes it to Markkanen. Back to Brown. There's the pick. And the pass to Markkanen. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. We're about 3 minutes into this first quarter. Jordan dishes to Beverly. Jordan the screen. Griffin kicks to Williams. No good with the triple. Bulls trail by 3.
For DeAndre Jordan, he doesn't do a lot of things on the floor, but what he does do, he does extremely well, in my opinion. One of the best dunkers and finishers inside. He's also a fantastic rebounder on both ends.
Beverly the pass to Williams. Jordan with the screen on Levine. Jordan sets the pick for Beverly. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Brown kicks to Levine. And unable there to get the go-ahead bucket.
And forcing the miss there, he just knows how to pressure you defensively.
And also protecting the rim at all costs. I love the anticipation to affect the shot.
Jordan the screen. Jordan sets the pick for Gallinari. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. And good that time. Here's Brown. He's coming off a 34-point game against Portland.
And he showed again why he is such a sensational playmaker. Some of the plays he made were just remarkable.
All players have fans, Greg, but some players just have a gravity to them, and it's safe to say DJ is one of them. You see plenty of kids in his jersey, and he has quickly become one of the more recognizable faces in the league.
And when you combine his personality and interest in music with what he can do on the floor, it is a marketing firm's dream. And after talking to DJ a few times, he comes off as a very genuine person, and it's easy to see why the fans flock to him.
That puts them in the lead. 9 points for Zach LaVine.
Man, he's having quite the quarter, converting at a really high percentage.
Williams kicks to Gallinari. Jordan the screen. And it's Gallinari again missing. Last outing for Chicago. They won that game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Lopez kicks to Brown. Over Beverly. And it's DJ missing. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. To the right side. A shot by Griffin. Nobody around. Gets it to go from 18 feet away.
And no doubt both teams competing at a high level, but the consistency has been lacking here. Another lead change.
I like to fight in these clubs. Neither side willing to give an inch. We'll see how it turns out. Robin Lopez, a player who does more for a team than what shows up on the stat sheet. Very effective inside with his ability to contest and fight for rebounds. A tough defender that doesn't need many touches to play his role.
Free throw good from Lopez. And as tough as Robin Lopez is on opponents, he might be even tougher on mascots. Steve, he has a long-standing feud with mascots since he entered the NBA.
Yeah, I've seen him beat, trip, smack, and all-out abuse mascots around this league. He does it all in good and a fun way, and fans love him for it. Everyone has to have their thing, and his is fighting guys in animal suits.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Blake is so hard to guard off the dribble, and he has the elevation to go over you, but he is strong enough to absorb contact and get to the line.
Felicio's checked in for Chicago. He hits the second from the line. One of the most impressive things about Blake Griffin is Greg when he gets out and runs the open floor.
Yeah, not to mention his ability to run the break himself. A terrific ball handler, even under pressure, and one of the best passers at the 4 in the league, if not the best.
And every season we have the MVP conversation, Smitty. When you look forward over the next, let's say 5 to 10 years, who are the guys, the players you think will be regulars in that conversation?
I think the guys, James Harden, Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, Steph Curry. Some other guys, I think, Kawhi Leonard, Karl Anthony Towns, Anthony Davis. And as long as he plays, Kevin, LeBron James will always be in that conversation. It doesn't look like the end is coming in the next 5 or 10 years.
Harrell setting the pick for Decker. And there's the feed to Harrell. The Clippers need to get off a shot. Goes back up. That's short off the rim. Chicago's gone 3 of 4 on 3-pointers in the first quarter. Doing well from long range.
You know, a little off his game this quarter. Still trying to find a rhythm, though.
Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Brown. Stolen away. Nice job to interrupt the alley-oop attempt there. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And he gets the bucket.
You know, we preach it all the time. Unselfish basketball. DJ making the extra pass to a wide-open teammate.
Here's Teodosic. He's covered by Brown. He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
A lost art in this game. Terrific bounce pass.
Los Angeles shooting their 3rd free throw shot of the game.
And you think back to just a few years ago when the Bulls were winning the East. That team, core of Rose, Noah, and Dame, had some tough luck not to make it to the finals with that group.
The Bulls have hit all 4 of their chances so far in this one. And with those Rose-led Bulls teams from a few seasons back, it all went south so fast, but those teams were very tough to beat.
It just shows you how much can change in the NBA in a short span. Bulls are working hard to try to get back to that level. It hasn't been an easy road.
Takes a three. And the rebound goes to Griffin.
And, you know, not sure if it's him or the defense, but just something's off tonight.
Especially in this quarter. He's had a few shots that looked like they would fall, but things haven't gone his way.
Decker can't hit.
And on some plays, everything goes your way, except for the finish.
Wells kicks to Brown. At the top of the key, Wells. Back to Brown. Four on the clock. Here's Mirotic. And again, Chicago. No good. Clippers trail by 4. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Here's Griffin. And it's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And we all know Blake Griffin, Steve, is a scoring forward, but he has a very well-rounded game. Besides being an excellent ball handler, he is also one of the best passing bigs in the NBA.
I agree. He's done a nice job of improving in that area. Being able to pass out of the post, pass off the dribble, has a great sense of timing, and could put a pass exactly where he wants.
Here's Wells. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Wells has got 5 now.
And Wells has such a quick release. He's ready to pull as soon as the ball hits his hand.
The dish to Griffin. Pass to Teodosic. That 3 off the mark. The Bulls leading by 5. It's Brown with the drive. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. That's on Sam Decker.
Off the dribble drive, one of the best ways in this league to get fouled. DJ taking advantage of it.
And doing a good job getting to the line and capitalizing.
Chicago making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. No good on the second free throw. Well, one thing you know with this Clippers franchise is they are not going to let money be a hurdle when it comes to their goal of winning a title. Ownership, Steve, has shown they're willing to put out money to get the best players on the floor.
Well, it all starts back to when this team was sold for $2 billion. Ownership is not afraid to open up their checkbook to acquire talent. Next for them is just getting to the next level and winning a championship.
Picked by Griffin. Oh, Griffin in position, trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks.
And guys, they've come out and established a rhythm. And also their play calling has been on point.
Well, the two go hand in hand. Matching your strategy to your personnel is key.
Holiday against Rivers. Feeds it to Griffin. Picked by Harrell. Can they get it? Bounces high off the rim and drops. He's got 9.
This is where Blake has gotten so much better, punishing defenses that allow him the mid-range jumper.
PJ has been leading the charge for Chicago. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And Austin Rivers, Father Doc, is the head coach, of course, of the Clippers. And he talked about what it's like to play for his dad.
And I think it's because we've always had that type of relationship where he's always kind of just been a father.
Always an entertaining big group substitution here for the Clippers. DeAndre Jordan's checked in for Griffin. Alinari comes in for Decker. Lou Williams is checked in for Rivers. And it's Patrick Beverly in for Teodosic. Taking a look at the Bulls. Markkanen is out there with Mirotic. Then there's Valentine. Then it's Zach LaVine. And it's Brown in at the 1 spot. And we've got an update here, so let's check in with David Aldridge reporting from the sideline.
Well, DJ in the last matchup against the Trailblazers was all business. He scored 34 points, and he got those points as he always does, knocking down shots from beyond the arc. A very solid stat line for him in what was a terrific outing. You know he wants to keep the momentum going, Kevin.
Hey, David, thanks very much. He's one of those players who can do remarkable things on any given night, in any given game. That was a special game he played.
And it wasn't just the performance, guys, but really his preparation. He knew the right way to attack in every situation.
And that was the beauty of it. His ability to read and react to whatever they threw at him.
Nice 4 for 7 from the floor with that shot.
Well, if you wonder why they're in control of this game, just look at his stats from the field. Solid, solid, solid.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Down low, Jordan lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that, Jordan's got 6 points.
Yeah, they've gotten into a nice flow this quarter.
It's Brown with the drive. Out to the right wing. And Mirotic kicks to Brown. Inside. And there's Levine on the assist by DJ. 13 points for Zach Levine.
Another one for Zach. He has a scorer's mentality. Very dangerous when he gets into rhythm.
Here's Harrell. No good that time. So the Bulls will take it the other way. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Clippers team.
Interconference showdown. You love to see clubs that don't play each other often go head-to-head.
I like it. East versus West. This is a very intriguing matchup.
Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Just a quick look now at how the point totals have looked over the last few months for Jordan.
It's been surprising to me to see him take a little bit of a tumble lately in terms of what he's doing for them offensively. The points just haven't been there for him like they were a few months back. The defenses he's facing have adjusted to him, and he hasn't been able to make his own adjustments.
And it's Brown missing.
You know what I'll tell you? He's got nothing here in the second quarter after just one made shot in the first.
But they'll get another chance. Here's Beverly. And here is Williams. 14 points from him the last game against Portland. Jordan's shot is off. The Bulls leading by 11. Kicks it to Mirotic. For 3, Levine, and another one in the scoring column for him. He's 7 of 10 from the field.
And let's see, guys, if that triggers another little explosion from him after hitting 3 triples in that first quarter.
They set the pick. Harrell dishes to Beverly. Harrell kicks to Beverly. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. Jordan sets the pick for Williams. Clock at 4. Harrell. Good, and it's Williams who picks up the assist. Williams has got 3 assists now in this one. Passes it to Markkanen. Over Jordan. The Clippers grab the miss.
The defender took away the airspace, crowded him. That changed the shot.
Beverly the pass to Gallinari. Outside Williams. Jordan the screen. Williams against Levine. Williams shot is off.
No hesitation. He took it right to the rack. But a quick reaction by the defense.
A shot by Valentine. No good. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Gallinari dishes to Harrell. Markkanen pulls it in. The Bulls leading by 12. DJ kicks to Markkanen for 3. Levine. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Harrell's got 5 rebounds tonight. Beverly against Brown. Got a hand on it.
And how about Markkanen using his size and reach on defense? Great timing in terms of being able to get up and block shots.
Markkanen sets the pick for Brown. He dishes it to Markkanen. Levine kicks to DJ. He feeds it to Mirotic. And again, no good by Chicago.
I'll tell you, the defense dodging a bullet right there. That's his shot.
They get it back. Jordan trying to free himself up. Harrell, that's good. Chicago's gotten fond of that three-point shot here in the second quarter. 4 of 9. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Brown the pass to Mirotic. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And the Bulls lead by 12.
Great to see Mirotic attacking down low, putting that 6'10 frame to use.
And Beverly kicks to Williams. Fires from deep. The shot, no good. The clock runs out, and we're heading to halftime. It's the Bulls. They lead by 12. And now let's catch up with David Aldridge, who's standing by from the sideline. All right, Dave.
Thank you, Kevin. Fast start with this game. Are you happy with how you've moved the ball around and gotten it to your teammates?
Thanks, DA. Yeah, I'm really happy with how we're moving the ball and filling the lanes. And, you know, right now we're on the same wavelength, and as soon as a chance to dive to the hoop opens up, we're going to find that cutter. Not only does it make for good basketball, but it also makes it fun.
Everybody wants to touch the ball. It's a truism at every level of basketball. Thanks. Guys?
Thanks so much, Dave, for the great interview. Don't go away, folks. We'll be back for the second half of basketball right after this. Well, it's been a one-sided affair so far through the first 2 quarters, but there's plenty of time to mount a comeback. You look at Zach LaVine, he's really been playing well.
Yeah, so far they haven't found an answer for him. A scoring machine here in that first half.
Defensively coming in, you know he's going to be tough to stop, but I'm still waiting to see a plan to even contain him.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. Taking a look at Los Angeles. Griffin and Jordan, the front court. Beverly and Williams are the 1 and the 2. And it's Gallinari in at the 3 slot. Griffin, it's tipped. And here comes Brown, leading the fast break. And it goes down 2 points. Valentine's got 8.
And a lot to like about that play, particularly how it ends.
Yeah, at the rack. That's what you want in transition, a high percentage look.
Jordan the screen. Off the pick. Williams gets the bucket. He's got 6.
Man, Doc Rivers has quite the resume as a player and as an NBA coach. Won a title with the Boston Celtics, also a former Coach of the Year. Just not feeling it from beyond the arc. Sometimes that happens. He's trying to shoot his way out of it.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Charity stripe shot. Misses off the left iron. And with Rivers and the accolades he's had as a head coach, it goes a long way in how players and veterans want to play for him.
It is. Rivers has been in the league for such a long time. He has a lot of respect from his peers. Strong track record as a coach. Only missed the playoffs 3 times in his coaching career. He's a player's coach.
Lopez outside. Valentine dishes to DJ. LaVine wide open. The shot's good. Brown making the play. LaVine's got 2 now from beyond the arc in the third for the Bulls. Williams kicks to Griffin. Good ball movement here by the Clippers. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
Making a dent in this deficit. He's been on point tonight.
Chicago leading by 14. Brown outside. On the wing, LaVine. This one for 3. Another 3 for Chicago.
Yeah, those are starting to add up, guys. Of their last 5 baskets, 3 have been triples.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And Smitty, would you ever be interested in joining a team as a general manager or a personnel guy in a front office in the league?
I would, Kevin. I mean, I love everything about the game of basketball, and obviously played it, been in broadcasting. But a GM role is something I've always talked about, coaching, front office, whatever it may be, I'll be happy because I'm in the game of basketball. And then, Kevin, if I get that job, are you coming with me?
I'm always with you, by your side and ready to go. But let me ask you, when you were playing, Steve, did you consciously think, hey, someday I might be a coach, or I could I like to sit up in the stands and evaluate talent. Does it go through your mind in the throws in the middle of your career?
Yes, it does. And a lot of the guys, I would say my mentors, one was Lenny Wilkins. He did a fantastic job. Player coach at one time. I've talked a lot to him. My wife and Joe Dumar's wife are sisters, so me and Joe have a close relationship. Pat Riley, I pick the brains of the best, and hopefully one day I'll get that chance, and hopefully I'll make that move. But right now, I'm loving what I'm doing.
And on our sideline, our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, we know the Clippers are one of the best teams in the league, but are they good enough to win it all? Coach Doc Rivers talked about overcoming the super teams they face. He said the big three in Boston, put them together, bam, we won. We had Miami, Golden State, but there are teams that still poke through. Dallas did it, and that's what we're trying to do. Kevin?
And with Doc in control, the Clippers, DA, they'll always be in contention for a title. Thanks so much for that terrific report. And Holiday has it in the corner. 18 feet out, and DJ with the basket on the assist by Holiday. And that's 13 points for DJ.
And there you go, terrific rhythm on that play. DJ catches the rock, and he was ready to fire.
There's a screen to the middle. Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively. Wells kicks to Brown. Hits it from three-point range. DJ's got 16 points.
There it is. Just lined it up and knocked it down. His first three of the half, second of the game.
Rivers kicks to Griffin. Pass to Teodosic. Dishes to Rivers. 5 to shoot. Shoots over Wells. They get it back. There's the pass to Teodosic. Left side, Griffin. Pass to Teodosic. That drops. And it comes off an assist from Griffin. Teodosic has got his second bucket of the game to go. Stolen by Decker. He kicks it to Rivers. Picked by Griffin. Inside, 13 feet away. And he gets the jumper to drop. He's got 15.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And it's DJ missing.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says.
Rivers gets a wide open look, and it's the Clippers scoring again. The Bulls leading by 11. Brown outside. There's a screen. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. DJ's got 7 points for the quarter.
I like how DJ uses the screen right there, creating space for his shot.
And the Clippers call time here.
Well, the last few seasons haven't been easy for the Clippers. They've had some of their best teams, but are clearly a cut below from contending with the other heavy hitters in the West. You wonder if the window has closed on this team.
Felicio's checked in for the Bulls. Here's Decker. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2. The Clippers have missed 2 free throws in the game, going 5 for 7. And he makes the first.
Well, this Bulls team, the definition of mediocre last season, finished a 41-41 record. They decided it was time to trade away Jimmy Butler and go young.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Harrell's checked in. Holiday left side. Shoots over Decker. Another shot. Felicio, no good.
Just great at getting after it defensively, forcing guys into tough shots.
Yeah, to be successful, you've got to protect the paint. He rises to that challenge.
There's the feed to Griffin. From 12 feet out, it doesn't go for him. So the Bulls will take it the other way. They led by as many as 18 points. And for the Bulls, some felt they didn't get enough back in return for Jimmy Butler from Minnesota. Smitty, what's your take on that?
Well, the Bulls got younger. They got some shooting, which they really needed. Ask me in a few years after we see how these young fellas develop.
High high arcing shot. Foul call that time on the way up. That'll give him 2 chances at the free throw line here. And across the NBA, we've seen players taking a vocal stance on various social issues. Smitty, you think that's pretty important?
Very important, and I think this generation has done it better than my generation. Obviously speaking out, but yes, they're using their social media tools to come out and talk about important issues. And the one thing you just want to bring light to these issues, and hopefully a lot of people, the more light you bring, the more solutions I think will come about.
Well said. And he knocks down the first one. Steve, we've seen some big names retire from the NBA in the last few seasons. I mean, guys that we all admired for so many years. Talk about walking away from the game and not having that a part of your everyday life and what that's like for a player.
Kevin, I think, especially talking individually, it's the hardest thing. So whenever you started, you've been playing this game 15, 20, and some of these guys 25 years. To be able to say you're not playing this game and to go to the next step, it's definitely hard because you've had this routine. What I love now is guys have done a fantastic job of keeping their bodies in shape. They're able to play 20, 21 years, and one day we're going to see a guy playing 25 years. I think it's fantastic.
What I think about, Steve, is as long as they can remember all they've played is basketball. Then one day it just kind of ends. I mean, that's got to be such a difficult thing to go through.
It's hard, and I like now a lot of these players now are thinking about that day, and they're better prepared to be able to walk away and walk right into something else. And even if it's being a dad, I like what guys are doing right now.
Rivers, that's short off the rim.
And the shots just continue to say no in terms of falling.
They grab their own miss. Alicio, no good. And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. Felicio's got his first 2 points. Oh, Griffin in position. Well-placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Griffin is one of the best scorers in the game, so now you see him going well. Get him the basketball.
Brown right side. Here's the screen. Passes it to Portis. Stolen by Decker. Jumps up. And then Rivers with the dunk.
And that's the classic 1-2 punch right there. I mean, nice steal. And then how about the elevation, Kevin, on the finish?
And, Greg, nothing spurs some quick offense like a great play defensively.
When your defense translates into offense, it's a beautiful thing.
And just showing you his determination despite the size difference.
And he makes the little adjustments just as he goes to lay it in.
And the Clippers call time here. So for the Clippers, Gallinari, he's checked in for Montrezl Harrell. Lou Williams is subbed in for Sam Decker. And Chicago also making a switch. Levine's checked in for Wells. Picked by Griffin. Over in the corner, Williams. Shot clock at 6. Over Mirotic, and it's blocked by Mirotic. Over to the wing. Back to Brown. 1:03 left to play in the third. Off target with the free throw line, Jay.
Boy, this is rough on him. He wants to help out the team, which is playing well otherwise, but his shot just isn't there.
No one near him. Good on the bucket. Brown's got 11 points here in just the second half.
It just seems like the more he touches it, the more the lead grows.
And that replay presented by Under Armour showing us the fantastic steal that led to that fast break finish. Another Unleash Chaos moment. Rivers kicks to Gallinari. Pass to Teodosic. Levine against Rivers. Puts up a 3. It's hauled in by the Bulls. Felicio's got 4 rebounds in this game. And here's Brown outside. Felicio, the pass to Mirotic. Well-placed jumper from the free throw line. And the Bulls lead by 16.
And especially for a big man, the spot-up attempt is much easier. Mirotic with plenty of time to set his feet and knock it down.
Here's Rivers. Here's Griffin. And again, no good by the Clippers. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. Bulls lead by 16. And time for the short break, and stay right where you are. The fourth quarter is coming up next.
Don't miss the action. Your favorite NBA superstars are here to compete in a showcase of the league's top talent. It's the NBA All-Star Game.
Fred Hoiberg in a recent huddle with his players.
Hey, what kind of killer instinct we got now, okay? All right, let's get this thing up to 20. Don't let him come back right here, all right? Rebound that thing. Keep pushing it. Keep the pace. The pace is beautiful right now.
Fred Hoiberg challenging his team, asking if they have what it takes to effectively finish this thing off.
Yeah, young coach, but you have to love his approach. His closer attitude is going to serve him well down the road.
And we welcome you back as we get going here in the fourth quarter. The final quarter of play can change everything. Taking a look at the Bulls, we've got Valentine. Zach LaVine is out there with DJ. Then there's Nikola Mirotic, and it's Felicio in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. Crystal on the play. Bucket's good. He'll go to the line.
When he's not shooting threes, you'll find Patrick Beverley at the rim.
Markkanen, he's checked in for Mirotic. And as good as Gallinari can be on the offensive side, Greg, he's a bit of a one-way player.
Yeah, and Gallinari is best in a situation where you can kind of hide him on defense. You want him out there on the floor due to his genius in terms of the offensive game, but he can't hang with most starting caliber forwards defensively.
Free throw good, DJ.
And for a guy who went undrafted, who had to impress scouts through individual workouts, credit DJ for his relentlessness.
He's perfect from the line this time. Well, you knew with all the potential free agents with the Clippers last offseason, they could look different this year. And you can't avoid change, as we all know, in the NBA.
You're so right, Kevin. A very different team makeup now for the Clippers. Hard to replace a player like Chris Paul. We'll see what this new look roster can do.
In the corner, Valentine with it. Back to Brown. They set the pick. Now the pass to Felicio. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. And the Bulls lead by 15. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Williams dishes to Griffin. Williams a screen. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. It goes on Denzel Valentine.
He doesn't let you off the hook, Blake Griffin. He likes to draw contact and usually gets to the free throw line.
DeAndre Jordan's checked in for the Clippers. And a change for the Bulls. Robin Lopez is checked in for Felicio. Good on the shot.
Timely passing leads to assists, and that's been the recipe for success.
Jordan the screen. And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. There's the dish to Griffin. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession. Last quarter of play, about 2 minutes in now. Now DJ feeds to Markkanen. For 3, LaVine. And the rebound goes to Griffin. Clippers trail by 16. Here's Rivers. Jordan the pass to Rivers. And Gallinari kicks to Beverly. Just a little under 2.5 minutes have passed now here in the fourth. And again, it's the Clippers missing.
The thing is, you want to do everything you can to help your team, and sometimes you just try to do too much.
Valentine with it. Back to Brown for the 3. But they get it back. Lopez, and the Bulls tack on 2 more.
You love the way Robin Lopez just goes after those missed shots. That's where he can do damage.
Griffin a screen on Brown. Beverly dishes to Griffin. Here's Rivers. And it's off from 3-point range. Fast break. Here comes Chicago. Brown's got the ball. Levine kicks to Lopez. And Lopez throws it down.
When Lopez gets in that close, it's tough to stop him from slamming it home.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Jordan the screen, and the officials will call the illegal screen right there. Steve, we're hearing more and more about video game competitions, the rise of esports. It's big business. Have you been following any of that?
Yes, I have. Rick, Fox, Shaq, those guys with E-League here at Turner Sports. I get a chance to watch it, bring my kids here, and watch of it. I'm amazed. It's growing and growing and growing, and I love the competition of Rick Fox, Echo Fox versus Shaq's team.
Levine can't hit.
And that's the look this offense is designed to produce.
Always frustrating when you do everything right, yet just can't complete the play.
Griffin draws the double. Shot to stop the drought. Knocked away. Hands with the ball out of bounds. Jordan touched it last. Wells, he's checked in for the Bulls. The Bulls leading by 20. Down low. Defended by Beverly. And that one, good.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Well, the Bulls have had one of the largest and strongest fan bases in the NBA for years, having the Jordan-era Bulls helped, but they have always been a beloved team in the city of Chicago.
Yeah, you see the devotion from their fans at their games, and the numbers back it up. They've had the best fan attendance every year since 2010, and they've been in the top 5 since as long as I can remember, and that's long.
Here's Jordan. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 rebounds. Now here's DJ. Lopez a screen. Brown the pass to Lopez. No good that time. Jordan with some nice D. Oh, Griffin in position. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
And Wells has a fearless streak to him. When he's driving inside, he's great at seeking out contact.
The free throw drops for Wells. Well, you look back at the Clippers and what hurdles they've had to jump through, and they've faced a lot of bad luck over the last couple years, especially with injuries.
You know, this team can't catch a break, and it always seems like it's when playoff time is around. Always, it seems like one of the key star players are missing in the postseason. It happens year after year. It stunts their title hopes.
On the last few seasons, the NBA has seen its share of teams that provide that villain role for the league. The Warriors, perhaps with Kevin Durant, LeBron when he was in Miami and now in Cleveland. Do you think having a villain in the NBA is a good thing for the league?
Well, I think the right type of villain. And when you start talking about Kevin Durant and LeBron James, those are right type of villains because they're getting criticized as a villain because of not of their actions on the floor or off the court, just the choices they made to switch teams. But both those guys, LeBron and Kevin Durant, so far has handled it perfectly, and that's why the league's in good hands.
And Beverly kicks to Gallinari. Griffin down low. And it's DJ with the rebound.
It's really a tale of 2 quarters. Shot it so well in the last, but this one can't get anything to fall.
Kicks it to Markkanen. Just 5 on the clock. It's Brown on the wing. Defended by Beverly. Los Angeles has gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter. Now here's Rivers. Defense right on him. Jordan the screen. Over in the corner, Beverly. And again, no good by the Clippers.
I'll tell you, he just hasn't been able to get it done on the offensive end. It's kind of dragged down the team.
With the floater, and he sinks the layup. Beverly's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Such a hounding defender. Beverly timing the steal and initiating the break.
Brown against Beverly. He hits Brown with the drive.
Tremendous effort. I mean, this guy has already cracked double digits on the backboard.
He is just hitting the backboard every chance he gets. He is feasting for rebounds out there.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Well, you always hear about a player working extra hard in the offseason when they're approaching free agency, or how much truth is there to the idea, Steve, of a player doing more in a contract year, trying harder?
Well, you hear it. I mean, you're here teammates. You're here guys, competitors. You hear us analysts saying, you know when there's a contract year for a lot of guys, and you look at a guy putting in a little bit more effort. I think the guy that you respect the most is when they play the same way all the time, whether it's a contract year or the first year. But a lot of guys do ramp it up and make more shots when it's a contract year.
But that's human nature, don't you think? I mean, if you know there's a prize at the end, the harder you work. If there's a big test at the end of the week, you study harder. I mean, I would just think that's just human nature.
It is, and I think for instance, the teams and general managers, you have to do your homework to understand the type of player that you're paying for a long time.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Justin Holiday's checked in for Chicago. Teodosic, the pass to Johnson. Right wing. Here's Decker. And the rebound goes to Lopez. Lopez has got rebound number 8 now on the night. Plenty of daylight on that shot. And that's now 33 points for DJ.
Cool and steady from mid-range. DJ looking comfortable working that in-between area.
To the paint. Oh, and the jam by Johnson.
And how about the communication between teammates on that alley-oop?
And that's what you need to pull that thing off. There's a minute 47 left in the fourth quarter of this one. Brown. And he was fouled on the way up. 2 free throws now for him.
This is the result of taking it up strong in the paint. DJ now going to the line.
Well, Steve, with the rise of NBA message boards and increased coverage from beat writers, NBA players have plenty of opportunity to read up on opinions of what people are saying about that player. Is this something that is impossible to avoid? And do some players read fan opinions about themselves? Are they reading these critiques?
Yeah, I think they are. Some players read in too much. Fans have a voice, but you don't have to read the good or the bad. But going back to the beat writers, I think a lot of times a beat writer is one of those guys that you see every day. And you're looking to challenge him when he writes something bad. And also you want to pat him on the back when he writes something good. But I think you got to look at the beat writer and understand he's doing his job. You got to kind of separate that. But a lot of times when there's a beat writer interact with a player, a lot of times it's bad, especially if the beat writer has written something negative toward the player. I wish they could separate those guys. And also the players could separate the beat writers from fans.
Williams kicks to Johnson. Lets it go from 11. Hits the front of the rim and out.
He was all alone. Looks like he gets a little too relaxed. He has to maintain his focus.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest. Just a total obliteration, if you will. And you can safely say mission accomplished now for Chicago.
As one-sided as it gets today, you know, there were some dominant moments in about every facet of this game for that team.
Yeah, I mean, Kevin, it's hard to think of what didn't go right for them. Game planning by the coaches, execution by the players, everything was just on target.
And so when you look at the season record, this one will tally up win number 43 on the year.
And so they win their first game against this squad. It's a 2-game season series, and they'll be going for the sweep the next time they face off.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for DJ.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
And there's the foul. It's on Sam Decker. So that will be his second foul of the game. We're in the bonus. And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were waiting for something to get excited about, Greg, but they never got it.
They made it look really easy. What an efficient performance at both ends.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan thanking you for being with us. So long.
Fantastic game. Listen, Ernie and the guys want to talk to you at the studio.
Let's do it.
You know the drill.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
And we welcome you back. I'm Ernie Johnson. We got Shaq here. We got Kenny here. With this one in the books, we've got a special post-game guest joining us.
Hey, this is Shaq, and just like I called, you went for another double-double. How are you able to get this offense in the flow so easily?
Shaq, I don't think I did anything, to be honest. I mean, this team is just so talented, and we just keep that ball hopping around that I just make the easy pass, and then they take it from there. It's really incredible to watch at times, and I'm just happy that we were able to get that win.
Wow, such a class act.
And thanks for joining us this evening, folks. We've reached the end of our broadcast, sadly. For Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny the Jet Smith, this is Ernie Johnson. Farewell and good night.